Hey, I didn't think I was going to get to stream this morning. Good morning. I definitely forgot to set an alarm clock last night and wasn't sure I was going to be ready to do any streaming. So this is going to be a short one. And honestly, like, if we didn't have one more day to get this villager here and then star fragments to pick up, I probably wouldn't have streamed. Watching last night's streams, got a notification you were live. Good morning. I know. It's very unlike me to not set an alarm. I had trouble falling asleep last night, and I've been listening to like the sound baths with like the singing bowls and stuff at night to help me sleep. And I guess I just like zonked out listening to one. So I forgot to set an alarm. Been there, done that. Yeah, just listen to brown noise to fall asleep. What's brown noise? Ooh, those are fun. Oh, digging this outfit. Okay. It broke even. Oh. Good morning. Ugh, Cyrano, go away. I've got stuff to do. Today we're doing the last day for, I guess, Sherry, and we'll get her to replace somebody, like white noise, just someone TikTok. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got the, what is that app called? Barney Fit. Now it's gonna bother me. Headspace. I've got the Headspace app. So sometimes I do like the guided meditation to help me fall asleep. But a lot of people do those like singing bowls live on TikTok. So I'll just watch those, or mostly I just turn them on and put my phone like next to my ear. Well, this ear, because this is my good ear, and fall asleep listening to it. I feel like my chair has raised up. We're gonna go down a little bit. There we go. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. Holy moly. Look at all this mail. Look at all those chickens. Love your earrings. Thank you. I've been waiting to wear them, but here we are on Ash Wednesday. So I bought peeps in the store, and so I figured, like, why not? Last night was fun, yes. That group picture was a really good idea, Mario, so I'm glad we took it. I posted it in the Discord. How'd you get gold roses work? I have the gold ring. I don't know, I just watered the black ones and then gold ones happened. It's not like a guarantee, like it's just a chance that it'll happen. Did I already say good morning, Chloe? I can't remember. If I didn't or did, good morning again. Your house is cute. Thank you. I want to redo the front yard area when, in a couple days when the snow's finally gone. So I've been digging up my flowers and, like, moving them somewhere else. I'm going to get rid of some of them. There's so many. Yeah, you do have to use the gold watering can. I thought she said she had one. Yeah, you've got to use the gold watering can, to get guild roses. I gotta get online so I can come visit. Any probably won't be in line for this next one. Definitely the next one coming up. Yeah, for sure. I try to let y'all know the date, like, well in advance. Have you always been a morning person? No one in my real life would ever describe me as a morning person. That's the funny part about this. Like, the reason streaming in the morning works for me is because, this is so funny, but I figured it out. It gives me a chance to wake up and be social without actually having to speak to another human being. Like, I can read y'all's chat. I can answer at my leisure. It's something, like, Animal Crossing is something I enjoy, so we're talking about a topic I like and am knowledgeable about. Like, if I was in a room with however many people are viewing this live right now, it would make me want to tear my hair out and leave immediately. So, did you just find Gulliver on the beach? So this is kind of the perfect way for me to wake up before I have to go to my job and actually interact with other humans face to face. Provide that stellar patient care. Good morning. What are we doing? We need to go to the beach. Leaving for trip, can't say it. Nice. Yeah, humans. So, I will say that if you're in the Discord, you are way more likely to get on the island on Saturday than if you are not in the Discord. Because I can't guarantee that. Like last month, I felt like the line filled up really slowly. But all the months previously, the line has maxed out pretty quickly. So, it's just tough to say. What kind of earrings do you have? They're peeps. They're yellow peeps. There we go. I think that's a little better. I was talking to a coworker yesterday, and like, I don't really consider myself like, I don't enjoy like feminine girly dress up just for dress up's sake, but I enjoy dressing on a theme. And so now that it's getting to be like springtime and Easter season, and I love peeps, so I got these peep earrings a while back and I'm excited to wear them. Looks so good with earrings. Thank you. This is something I've recently started doing in the past few months, is wearing earrings. My ears have been pierced, but I got them pierced when I was like not a baby, but I was young, and I have a nickel allergy. I don't know, it really irritates my skin, like nickel allergy. Like I can't wear any jewelry with nickel in it at all. And so when I was a kid growing up, there wasn't a lot of like nickel-free options, so I never wore a lot of jewelry, and I think that's a lot of the reason, like, even to this day, I don't wear a lot of jewelry. Like, I have a nose ring, and I have a daith piercing, and like a piercing in my, it used to be an industrial, but it's in a weird spot now. But like none of that wasn't, like, my nose ring's plastic and the other is like surgical steel and stuff, and so it wasn't really an option when I was a kid growing up. And so I told myself, I'm buying a giant stuffed peep last night, and I hate peeps. I saw those giant stuffed peeps. I saw a girl holding one, and she looked so happy, and I was like, do I need a $35 giant stuffed peep? And turns out I don't. I was responsible and I didn't buy one. Had to give the nickel back. They're so cute. You have a nickel allergy too? Yeah. The daith piercing was a pain to heal. Keep in mind that I am immune compromised, and so it takes me like way longer to heal, but I swear it took like 13 months until that thing felt okay. It helped with my migraines for a while, but then it stopped helping with that. My migraines got worse, but I just like the look of it. But you also have to remember, like, it makes wearing AirPods interesting. I have to, like, I flip my piercing up in my ear and then put my AirPod in, because my left ear, I have some hearing loss in my right ear. From years of working at Starbucks. That's where my hearing loss comes from. I wore a drive-through headset on my right ear for all the years I worked there. And, like, the noise amplified into my ear. And, like, the big diesel trucks people refuse to turn off as they order and screaming into it and, like, all of that. I have some, like, documented hearing loss from that. Tragus piercing makes AirPods so hard, but I love the room piercing. Oh, the rook, probably. Man, I want to get some more piercings. Couldn't do drive-through, quit work, cafe only sucks. Yeah. Like, legitimately, I went to a ENT because I was having some ear issues, and he cleaned my ears out, but he did, like, a hearing test and stuff, and he's like, you do have some, like, I don't need anything to help me hear on that side. But when I'm listening to people who were like soft talkers, I definitely like turn my left ear towards them because I hear better out of that ear. So they're peeps. They're yellow peeps. And my pierced his house migraines. Just move it around. Yeah, we ended up figuring out the source of my migraines, and and not intentionally, it was like we accidentally figured out the source of my migraines. And long story short, it was my birth control pill. Yeah. Nobody thought to check and see if it was that, but then I had to stop taking that after I had a clot in my leg, and then the migraines magically stopped. Migraines with an aura from the NuvaRing. The NuvaRing is wild. I believe it. Yeah, mine got progressively worse over like a couple years, and nobody could figure out why. And that was why. Once I was forced to stop taking it, they magically stopped. Pain starts in my chest. I thought it was a waste of teeth. Had them removed before. Yep. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I feel that. Like, I got the C-shaped auras that looked like they were kind of changing color and sparkly, and it, like, closed into my tunnel vision when they were real bad. What caused yours? Birth control pills. There's a lot of side effects to those things that people don't realize. And as a cis woman, people are like, get on the pill. That'll fix all your problems. It doesn't. So, anyway. Yeah, I mean, definitely talk to your doctor and stuff about it and plan it. I'm not not giving anyone any medical advice. I just had, like, I guess in 2021, I ended up getting a blood clot in my leg, and we could not figure out where it came from. It was super random. I'm not at risk for having blood clots except for the fact that I was on birth control, despite my weird medical history. And so once we cleared up the clot, I had to stop taking birth control because if you actually read the pamphlet, that's one of the big risk factors, is it can cause blood clots. And I was 34, I think, when I had that blood clot. I've been taking some form of birth control since I was 19. And then after I stopped taking it, I used to have like monthly migraines that synced up with my cycle, and then they stopped. And I was like, wow, that's weird. And, oh, don't get all paranoid. Don't get all paranoid. I have a very weird medical history. What's up, Colby? Yeah, text do not diagnose. I'm just sharing my personal experience. So anyway, it's the same year I was planning my wedding. So then I got married in October of that year. And then I had a hysterectomy in January of 22. So, help control, and they were trying to offer me other options. Yeah. Well, because my first GYN originally told me that I could have a tubal or an IUD, and I said no to both of those. And then I went and got a second opinion and had the surgery I wanted. I must have been 35. I had just... That's right, because I found out I had the clot right after my 35th birthday. It was literally the day after my 35th birthday. That's right. I got really, really drunk on my birthday. We went to one of those hibachi places, and I think I hear a balloon. Yep. Which direction are you flying? And, you know, they have those, like, squirt bottles of cheap vodka they use to, like, clean the grill, and he kept, like, giving me shots from it in my mouth and stuff, and so... yeah, please talk to your medical provider. This is just personal experience and things that I've lived through. Where'd that thing go? Oh, it's way up there. Drinking things up blood. See, and that's what I was like, good thing I went and had all that alcohol. I was preemptively treating my leg. Yeah, it's because I'm childless and have chosen to be, and the whole, you might change your mind. Thank you, Emmy. Anyway, that's a whole different can of worms. Oof. Yeah, some of that stuff you gotta watch out for. I had the NuvaRing for like a hot minute, but I was in my 20s and that was a long time ago. But, yeah. Me too, but that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. And as a person who works in the medical field, you just need to be an educated patient and do your research and advocate for yourself. I have so many people that come in, because with the place where I do MRIs, we can scan people that have spinal cord stimulators under certain conditions. And people come in and, you know, they have to put it in a special MRI mode and stuff. And the amount of people who hand me the controller and they're like, I don't know how to work this thing. And I'm like, this is a medically implanted device in your spinal cord and you're telling me you don't know how to work it? Like, so it's really important that you as a patient ask a lot of questions and educate yourself and don't feel like you're bothering people, because you're not. It's your right as a patient to ask all the questions and get information. That is what informed consent is. So I do change my character's outfit every day. So when I go back and edit video, if it's something I need for multiple days, I can tell that I changed outfits. Let me change controllers, because we've got to invite this character. So let me get my Joy-Cons. I lowered this down just a little too much. Where's my handle? There we go. Whew. This is Animal Crossing New Horizons. We're doing like a speed run of streaming today, because I'm fitting to have to go to work. Excuse me. What am I doing? I'm inviting a camper. So we take our Joy-Cons and then we touch right here with our tiny little amiibo card. Emily was my donor's name for my kidney transplant, but she spelled hers with an I-E. For realsies. All right, this is the third day, so we should be able to craft whatever this bear wants and then invite her to live here, even though our island is full. Too tired. This is partially your fault. My new fruit storage. I'm so sorry I kept you up so late last night. That storage shed is so great. Like, a literal game changer. A wooden full-length mirror. They passed who passed. You're not going home tomorrow. You're going to come live here. I can't tell if it's raining outside or if the leaves are blowing. Wooden full-length mirror. I like the amiibo cards. I have, like, the official Nintendo Sanrio set, but then I also have some non-official Nintendo ones in a set I got on Amazon. And they work just exactly the same. If you're curious about the set I bought on Amazon, I do have a storefront that you can go check out and just see, like, that's what I'm using to invite this character, was that mini amiibo card. They're teeny, teeny, tiny. Itty bitty. So I got a set of like 80 of them. It's raining. I think it might be drizzling a little bit. I can see like this much above my window where those plants are over there. Let's look up this DIY and see what I need. The buttons on the Switch and the buttons on the Xbox are reversed in what they do. Like, and it makes me so mad. I need wood and an iron nugget when I'm playing Hogwarts because, like, the A and B button are flipped. Ugh. It's so... See? You know. When I get the amiibo cards, I just got a set on Amazon. Wood and iron nuggets. Wood. Iron nuggets. Those are stones, Shannon. Lord. There we go. Yes, because, like, I feel like the Hogwarts game has so many different, like, menus you have to flip through as well to get to your quests and your map and all that. And, like, I always accidentally back out of it. See, and I'm doing it right now. So the storage shed, that one right there specifically, you can purchase from your Nook Miles ATM for 6,000 Nook Miles once you've fully upgraded your home and you've upgraded your home storage to at least 3,000 slots. And then there's also a DIY you can get that's for a wooden storage shed. Does the exact same thing, just looks different. And I think it's the same stipulation to get that DIY as well. 80, they're lucky. How much were they? I don't think they were that expensive. Maybe like 30 bucks. I straight up do not remember. Because I asked for them for Christmas and nobody got them for me, so I just bought them for myself after Christmas. sure did. I definitely fence off where I don't want people to go. And you have to be, like, careful about the tricky parts, too. This is the storage shed. It's not like a wardrobe. This is a different item. And it gives you access to your home storage anywhere on your island. Okay, here we go. Wish I could stay here always. Live here. Yes, Mario, you are absolutely correct. Okay, so then they're gonna say, but your island is full. There's no room for me to build my house. So who do you want to move out? I know exactly who I want to move out. We are getting rid of Phoebe. You have a snow day tomorrow, so I'm going to spend it all day playing Acnh. Very nice. So they'll go ask Phoebe, or whichever character you pick. And she's like, yeah. So there you go. That's how you use amiibos to get rid of villagers. It takes 3 days, but it works every time. You never get to choose? I choose every time. At what point do you get to pick which villager to replace just with the amiibo? So I did make a video about this, but you have to do it 3 days in a row, and you have to invite the same villager to your campsite 3 days in a row, and you have to craft something for them. They'll ask you to craft them a souvenir. And on the 3rd day, after you give them the souvenir, you kind of have to, like, talk to them a couple more times. And then they're like, oh, I really don't want to go home. I'd love to live here. And it prompts that whole line of questioning we just saw. Yours is just random? I've gotten to pick every time. That's so weird. Well, Raymond, because it's my dad's name. That. Okay, so if you want to open your island up, I highly recommend fencing off the areas you don't want people to go to. So, like, make sure they can't get to your beach, because if they show up in wetsuits, they can just swim around. And, so I've got mine fenced off like this. I've got an extra ATM. I've got 2 extra ATMs out that people can use. Got my donation box here right by the airport in case people want to but are not required to leave donations. I'll put fencing right here. So if they want to drop something just for me, because sometimes I'll ask people like, hey, if you want to bring me fish bait, like I'd like fish bait. That way they can drop it in this area, and I've got this custom sign that I made so they know where to drop it. I also like craft stuff for people when they come visit. So I'll tell them like, oh, if you bring me the ingredients, I'll craft you a wooden storage shed or whatever. The stuff you need to be really aware of is that kind of depending on your island layout, like I leave my fence up most of the time. I just open up little sections so I can shop. I can walk around. But you need to make sure that you fence along the sides of the cliff here, because if they bring a ladder, they can just climb up that spot right there. And you can't stop people from using a ladder on your island. Like, they can't use other tools. They can't use axes. They can't use shovels unless they're best friends with you. But other than that, like, they can use a ladder and they can use a pole vault. So make sure you put all stuff up to protect your cliff sides. And then also be aware that back here, to put it along the back, because you can't see it, but you can take a ladder and there's like a ledge you can walk on behind this wall back here, and you can walk to inaccessible areas of your island. Oh yeah, I ended up deciding like not to do any best friending just in general. Not that I think you would do anything, but it's hard to delineate and like let some people do it and not others. And I'm trying to back off a little bit on that whole thing. Yeah, so like if I was to pull this and then pull out my ladder, I could go right back down the backside. And so again, like I'll fence off no access to my rivers, no access. Like I even put extra fencing here along the side of the ramp because there's a spot right there they could use a ladder. I'll fence off my resident houses, and that's there. You don't have to do that. They can't take your residence, but it makes stuff run quicker if people have less access to stuff. Good morning, Paige. They can jump the dock if they wear a swimsuit, but there's nothing you can do about that, and I just have to hope that people don't do that. So, like, rarely people show up in their wetsuits when they visit anyway. So you can't, like, just kick one person out. You'd have to kind of kick everybody off the island and, like, close the island to visitors and kick them off. Yeah, the airport dock. I knew what you meant. So that's just kind of a risk you take, is that, like, I didn't know for the longest time you could jump off the airport dock in a wetsuit. So that was new information for me. But, like, I'll close this off. I'll close this off. I will close off my resident services because I want mine to be like a big circle. And that's just personal preference of how I like to have mine set up and how mine's kind of laid out. So, yeah. The Mario pipes are functional. So if you have a pipe set up, like last night when I had my island open, Phoebe was crafting. So I had the one section of the pipe here in the area that only visitors can get to. And then I put the other section of pipe in Phoebe's yard. And then I put fencing off here. So they could go in, talk to Phoebe, get their DIY, but then they couldn't get anywhere else. So you can also get the Mario pipes for that as well. Have coconuts on reserve, yes. Yeah. People couldn't smash your rock garden. So, see, and now Phoebe's packed up. Get out of here in your lava house. Just being, like, regular friends with people, they cannot use an axe or a shovel, that kind of stuff. That could actually do damage to your island. Anybody that comes to your island can use a ladder, the pole vault, they can use a net, they can use a fishing rod, like that kind of stuff can be used on anyone else's island. But they can't chop down trees, they can't use a shovel unless they're best friends, and you have to set up like best friends with people. So, I'm a smart cookie because I've had people come and wreck my shit. So, the rock parts of your beach? No, they just came like that. Oh, everybody's hanging out at Muffy's house. More about the time they take for swimming is annoying? No, more like they could access parts of my island I don't want them to go to. And also time. For me, a lot of it is time because I know I have a lot of people that want to come and visit my island. So it's that combination of, like, come and look at everything and take what you need, but, like, don't just hang out on the island. People are waiting to come. So, before I had, like, now I've got a bunch of stuff and plenty to share. But if you have, like, fruit on your trees, they can shake your trees and take it. If you've got vegetables that are growing, like, they can pluck your vegetables if they are ready to be harvested, kind of thing. And so it's not such a big deal now because I'm a lot better about, like, shaking my trees and I've got plenty to share. But, you know, if you're trying to garden so you have money to pay off Tom Nook, or you're trying, like, if you don't want people to mess with your stuff and pluck your vegetables, then they don't need to be able to get over to it. So, yeah, don't be afraid of over fencing. I'd best close off Lon Ranch when I do that. Your favorite Animal Crossing, I learned a lot from you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I tried to learn from my mistakes. I'll try to educate you. And, like, generally, everyone is cool. Like, people are very respectful Animal Crossing players for the most part. There's a couple people who will come in and just mess with your stuff because they're meanies. But how's COVID recovery going? Good. I've noticed I've been feeling a lot more like myself this week. I genuinely think this is just allergies at this point because, like, it's been 30 degrees and then yesterday it was 80 degrees and now today it's like raining, and so it's typical Texas weather that just messes with your allergies. But I woke up, I guess, yesterday and I was like, oh my God, I could breathe through my nose all night. That's nice. So I feel a lot better. Thank you for asking. I have like 50 plus DIYs to get rid of and tons of fossils. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, like, I don't need anything, so when people come and visit, they're like, what can I bring you? And I'm like, well, if you have extra fossils and you want to share, you can drop them on my island. If you don't want to host your own island, and you can bring your extra fossils and stuff. Like, I never mind people doing stuff like that either. Loki made some purchases at the stores last night. Yes. And Master Weather's been so bipolar. Yes. How many of each veg would you recommend to grow? I've got 10 of every. Shared Gooseland oranges, you did. So I have 10 of each as well. I just like the way the plots look when they're nice and even. But if you water them, it will grow more. Like, if you make a point to come and water them every day, instead of growing one pumpkin, a single plot will grow 3 pumpkins. So that's a good way to kind of keep your garden a decent size without overdoing it, but still get more vegetables to sell. You got all the DIYs? I don't know. That's impressive. That's a lot of DIYs. Ooh, we got a Pisces fragment. See, you gotta check your beaches more than once because sometimes the fragments will show up later. Yeah, I wanted to make little neighborhoods. So I've got 2 little neighborhoods of villagers. 922 DIYs. Oh my gosh, I had no idea it was that many. That's impressive. I wish 7 times the 7 fragments. In theory, yes. You should pick up 7. Beaches got overrun by shells. Yeah. I'll pick those shells up and make some mermaid DIYs with them. Let's see. Let's do one more run of the beach. Make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, you can sell the shells as well. I usually sell them. Do you think you'll go live tonight? Maybe. Oh my goodness, I could finally have an adult beverage tonight if I want to. I've been on call so much lately. Ugh, I don't have any money. Yeah, I think you can. I think 20 is the limit. Hit rocks this morning. I got stars on the island I was visiting. That's awesome. Where they were shooting stars in the sky too. I'll be watching this in a work parking lot because I don't want to have to go. I feel that. The other day, I left work, and, like, I generally like my job, but working at MR, it's, like, cold and dark, and I never see the outside. And so the other day, I left work, and it was beautiful, and the sun was setting, and the sky was pink, and I just, like, stood at the back door and, like, have my lunchbox in one hand, and I'm just, like, kind of staring at the sky and just being outside. And we're surrounded by a bunch of, like, residential houses, and just the way the land works. This lady was out on her back porch, and she was looking at me like, and I was like, oh, I should leave. I look crazy. What's the point of the clutter on the ground? Because I open my island up and have people come visit. I have a visiting day scheduled on Saturday, and I had people over last night too. And so I leave all the extra clutter because it's extra stuff, and I want people to come and take stuff they need. So I've essentially made my own treasure island without cheating. I'll bet it was cold. Yeah, I've been playing the same island since 2020, and so, like, I've amassed many an extra object and, like, more bells than I could spend. So I just try to leave stuff for other people. And it's fun to host an island. Like, I go live, and it's like a fashion show, and you see everybody's characters come, and it's cute. I love it. Good morning. 30 plus fossils and don't need them. Suggestions on what to do with them. Honestly, the assessed fossils are worth a lot. So if you need bells, get them assessed and then sell. This is not the thing I meant to do. And if not, you could like open up your island if you've got extra stuff and that's something you're interested in doing. And have people come and take extra stuff, or you can always go to someone's island and gift them. Bye, Colby. Yeah, I'm fixing to head out myself. Oh, I gotta go to work. I adopted Skull Couture. Love that. If we're part of the Discord, do we get notified when you open on Saturday? Yes, I've already posted the announcements, the time I'm going to try to open. And so I didn't at everybody, but if you look at the announcements, like I did type up a whole thing about how Saturday is going to go. And so go check that out, and please feel free to like post in the anything Animal Crossing if you have questions or whatever. And so I can answer in a bit more detail there. And because y'all in the Discord will get the link before I go live. 100,000 bells for that thing? If I had it, I'd buy it, but I don't want to have to go to the ATM again. The storage shed comes from fully upgrading your home and upgrading your home storage to at least 3,000 slots. I made a whole video about it. Usually I get a little more detail, but I gotta go to work. I have an Animal Crossing tips playlist on my TikTok full of helpful videos that I've made from my own gameplay and done voiceovers on, and so please enjoy. Discord is linked in my link tree. Check out my link tree for all my stuff, because I upload all my old gameplay to YouTube, all that good stuff. And then join the Discord, join the chat there, ask your questions. Everybody there is super nice and helpful, and I'm also not the only person that opens my island. So it's a place where, like, if you did want to open your island, that's kind of a good place to start, because it's just other Discord members that'll see it and that kind of thing. You have a good day too, Chloe. You have a good day, Mario. Enjoy Groose Land. And but anyway, check that out. If I play tonight, I don't know, maybe Hogwarts, maybe I'm playing 3 different games in the evening. I'm either playing Skyward Sword, or we're doing the Breath of the Wild DLC still, which we haven't finished in this playthrough. And then I'm also just like obsessed with Hogwarts, so I don't know what to choose. Brooklyn, you have a good day too. Enjoy your adult drink. I will. I'll probably enjoy it live on stream tonight, as I've been known to do once in a while. If you're a subscriber, you can see me cheersing an old-fashioned into the camera as an emote. So this is a V8 energy drink, just for the record. But anywho, have a good day, everybody, and I will see y'all next time.